this is one of those cases where once I'm done, I'm looking at it, I'm just like, man, that looks really good like that. Welcome back, everyone, for another round of Minecraft Modded. Today, I'm doing some interior decorating work, some redesign, and I went ahead and started work in advance because I knew it was going to take a lot of time building this up. There's actually not a single open gap under this thing. Everything's filled in with spruce planks underneath, the block areas for the dirt, and the birch blocks. And it actually lined up not quite the way I wanted because I did add these border blocks instead of just having it all wood. But it actually lines up perfectly now with 3 blocks wide right there, going that way along the front of this. So it worked out just perfectly after I changed my mind, decided I wanted to add separation blocks. But I am going to go ahead and turn this into a big, massive wheat farm because I have no wheat production up there. I have plenty of wheat seeds. So I'm thinking we might get some villagers out here working the wheat fields just for decoration purposes. So here it is, completed in all its growing glory. Not quite done yet. I know it looks weird having the fence post coming out of an open air section of the composter, but I didn't want to put the glowstone right on top of it, basically covering up that section. So we're just going to have to use our imaginations that there's a post going inside the composter all the way down. And I ended up making a brand new diamond hoe and enchanted it with, fortunately, Unbreaking 3, so it did not wear out. But that it did still use a good bit of it because that is 1 section there, 3 there, and then 5 there. So 9 total, 9 by 9 grids with 1 block in the middle. So that's 80 plots on each one, and there's 9 of them. So that's 720 wheat plants right there, if my math is right on that. I think I got that right. So I also set up the outer ring for what's going to be a custom pond water pool. Not so much like a swimming pool, and that is going to have a dirt bottom, so I can have hopefully some like seaweed and such growing. But I did go ahead and kind of experiment with it. So I counted across from that stone, smooth stone to that smooth stone, and from there to there, and kind of adjusted and tweaked a little bit. And so what this is a 26 by 26 voxel circle for the outer ring. I'm going to dig down 1 layer, replace the outer ring with another set of polished diorite. That's what I use, so I could use some of that up that I had, and it just gives kind of that pool concrete cement type look to the edge. And I'm going to put another outer ring and then fill it in with water, and then I'm just going to dig down and leave it dirt after that. But we're going to kind of stagger in until I get to about maybe a circle that wide. That's going to be just dirt in the bottom. If I can, you know, I'll go plant some stuff in there, but I'm going to do that. And then we're going to see about planting some trees around this so we have a nice little decorative type water pool area. Not so much for animals, but yeah, it can be used to get water from there and give it to the animals. But it's more for decoration, hang out, enjoy yourself. And once that's done, I'll have trees around here with lights along that. Lights, probably, I might do some special lighting on the pathway. I'm not sure yet on that, in terms of maybe glowstone or at least lanterns hanging off the trees like I want to do. And we're going to do some like interior lighting underwater so it'll light everything up. I think that will look cool. Okay, I'm going to say the shader makes the water look nice, but I am not comfortable enough looking at it and saying, hey, that's a flowing water block and not a water source block. So I think I'm going to turn the shader off for this. Yeah, having it back without the shader makes it so much easier to see the water is flowing or not flowing and be able to get this fixed right. So yeah, it's helpful not having the shader at sometimes, but definitely looks better with the shader. And there we go. First level done. We've got the outer pool look to it. Around the edge, we got the dirt. Now it's time to dig out the next level, and I'm hoping what's going to happen is everything's going to kind of just flow in, and I'm not going to put any more of the pool type look to it at this point. I'm just gonna let it be flat out dirt from here on down. I had to do it. I had to make some potions of water breathing. It's just, it's so much easier if I don't have to worry about coming back up for air every few seconds. Man, 8 minutes goes by really quick. So here we have it. Not super impressive in the evening, nighttime hours, even with the shader, but you know, it's gonna look better in daytime, and once I get some lights down there, it'll look better. So I'm trying to get at least one large tree, and it's not cooperating. So this is gonna take a while to get all this, to get all these to the super sized ones. Like, there we go. It's not as big as I would like. Actually, I'm gonna take that out because I want like a just super massive multi-branch one going all the way around, you know, spreading out nice and wide, so I have plenty of places to place some lanterns on them. So really what this means, I'm gonna get a lot of oak wood right now. Is it not always the case when you actually want these supermassive trees, they won't show up, but when you don't want them, they appear all the time? I'm starting to think I might just have to custom design the trees myself, because these are not wanting to cooperate with me. Finally, the second time I've gotten a big oak tree, and it's still not one of the wide ones like I want, and it's the same spot as before. It did not even grow big in any of the other spots, the same exact spot, and it grew one teeny tiny little side branch. Yeah, I think just going with standard glowstone is going to be a good idea for this, because with the shader, it gives enough of a blend to it. I feel like the prismarine sea lanterns would be not quite noticeable enough for it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with just the glowstone. So I've got 4 blocks centered where these are, covered by glowstone now. And I'm just gonna add more like along the edges, so it might be like, you know, a couple of them along the edges somewhere like that. Just adding some more so it glows part way up. And if I can ever get a silk touch shovel, I'll throw some grass blocks down there and see if it'll expand enough underwater to give it a little bit more greenery. Yeah, I think I'm giving up on the whole letting them spawn on their own type grow big. I think I'm just going to see if I can get one that's tall, like this one's tall, and then I'm just going to shape it myself. So I need some shears. So it doesn't look that bad for being a custom built tree. And basically you see how I want to do it. I want the lanterns there. I think I'm going to do like one that comes off here, goes this way, and kind of maybe comes out here as well. That way I have is like, all right, bam, 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 kind of like that. And that way we'll just go with the lantern here. It gives a nice bit of light coverage without it being just like unnecessary torches everywhere. I'm going to say I think this one turned out a little bit better than the other one. But it's just giving it a kind of a randomized look to it. You see how many I've gotten to grow at least to a decent height. Not big ones, still. That's the only one that's grown anything larger than just the straight trunks, and it's only been like one tiny branch off from the main trunk. It's really, now that I actually want them, it's frustrating that they're not happening. I have gotten all but 2 trees done, and neither one of them has regrown yet. So I'm thinking it might be a good time to take a little break from remodeling trees and head to the nearby village for trade, because I'm running a little low on lanterns. So I want to go buy some more while maybe these trees grow in. Finally, I get a big one to grow, and it grows in the wrong direction. Oh, well, I'm going to use this one as is. I'm just going to expand out in a certain direction over here. And I guess I'm going to use some wood logs because I'm about out of dirt right now. And I'm just going to keep the standard look to this, exactly what it has, except I'm going to embellish on this one side. And actually, you know what? Two sides. I'm gonna bring it off here like that. So I have like a lower hanging piece there. Yeah, well, no, we'll stick with that like that. That's good, yeah. So that should give me plenty of room for if I throw, you know, lantern there, there, and there. I mean, it's still low enough. It should cover everything for the most part. I'll actually move one of these a little bit. I might move that one lower. We'll do like a, yeah, we'll do that coming off there instead. Give that. So now it's just adding in some more leaves and making this look a little prettier. Somehow I managed to get some eggs in the chain, which makes me think my firing mechanism broke, or my filtering mechanism broke for some reason. I need to trace some stuff. I'm running out of room over here. So I still can't get this last one to now grow large again. But while I have been cycling through more of these, waiting on them to try and grow, I did finish something. And this was quite a bit of digging and placing blocks and going to buy more glowstone. But you see I've got the path that curves around this way. There's a couple of spots I had to do it one block less. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But in some cases it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I did it shorter somewhere else, but I had to do it a little shorter a couple places. But now the walkway with lights extends all the way past here, which means I'll have to do something a little different for the doorway. I still haven't figured out exactly what I want, but it goes all the way here, all the way around here, all the way over here, goes over there, connects there, goes all the way back, and all the way over here to where I want to put another gate. Not really a gate, more of just a new doorway. Something that feeds through into here, you know, so we have another pathway here for guys to get around. And that means right here, it's going to actually be a door, iron door, that's going to have button switches on it. Let me put that there, just make sure nothing creeps around. And you can see all the waves of wheat. That's it. Waves of wheat going. It's not all fully grown, but it's getting there. Look at that. That's just a nice look to it. It's just gives such a nice coloring to the area. Nice little gold wheat color to this corner. And we have all this here. And that leaves, besides the door, one more thing I want to do in this area. We've got trees on the far end around the watering hole, the pool, the little pond. I don't want to do a pond over here. I don't want to do anything like that. I want to actually use trees here, and I'm going to keep it more open along that side. So I'm going to focus on an area between that and that. Basically there to there. And I'm going to count out for 2, maybe 3 trees, 3 rows of trees in between each spot, with the idea being that, you know, I want them to be super big trees again, not the big jungle trees or the big spruce trees that I was using. I'm thinking more just, again, big oak trees, just for a nice cosmetic, and so I could put some lanterns hanging off of them. And that will give a nice little look to this area. But first, it's time to work over here next to my active chicken farms. I need to see if I've got any more eggs appearing. And I think I've got more eggs. I think it was 14 before. Now it's got 21. So something's not working right. So I'm seeing eggs being hatched at both. There's eggs firing on that one and on that one. You can actually, well, let me get a little bit out of the brightness. So eggs, yeah, being fired right now. You can see that happen. Oh, you can see the chicken firing. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe the filter broke for some reason. Oh, wow, yeah. Somehow something broke and sent all my signs out. Okay, that's not a good sign. that my filtering broke. Yeah, that's really not good. Let me get this stuff at least dumped here where it's going the right direction. So that's how much is backed up in this right now. Just constantly firing. And how did you get out? Okay, so yeah, something really glitched here. Some performance issue has just caused a major glitch. I'm wondering if this is why my game has been locking up recently at times. Where it's like, it just freezes up. And it would take 5 minutes to close the game out. I'm thinking that might be something to do with it. It should be, yeah, that. Put that there. And we need those. Which dumps that out. Which stops all that. And now just gets all this out of the way. Oh, that's gotta be something glitched somewhere and just messed everything up. And another set of escapees. Seriously, what happened? I'm checking this one now because that's got me paranoid. I'm watching. It's shooting eggs. It's not shooting constantly. The other one, it was just constant firing because it had eggs and the feathers and raw chicken. And something it got where, you know, it was just constantly looping, which caused a problem. That's why my chicken production was so slow, is one farm was completely bugged. That's a big difference there. That's hundreds of chicken, raw chicken and feathers I was just sitting there not getting piped through. All right, seriously, how did you spawn in here? You should not be in here. I've got this place so well lit up, there should not have been a creeper in here. Where did he come from? I think that's enough lighting for inside the pool. It gives a nice little look to it without it being overly done. Yeah, now it just needs some, like, you know, seaweed, kelp to grow in there. So after a bunch of testing, just kind of evaluating spacing and everything, I've measured it out. This is 27 blocks from point to point. So this is the dead center block between the edge of that smooth stone walkway and that one. I'm also aiming it right here, starting at this point, and I'm not sure about that direction yet, but the way I'm doing it this way is from the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks, which puts this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks, which means I can get 3 trees in each set right there. So now I've just got to verify how far I want it to go. I really want to keep it the same distance both ways. 5, 6, 7. Oh, yes. That worked out perfectly. So, yeah, 7 blocks in each direction. Like that. Place it. There we go. That and that. All right, good. Now I'm just going to do the same thing right here. Yep, there like that. And that is 7 blocks each way around. Now, one thing I could do a little different with this is instead of having it going all the way around the very edge of the tree, I could have like an extra gap and put some flowers there. The problem, though, is I'm lining it up to that and to that. So I really want the lights to be centered around the trees. And because of the way that's done, this would not line up. So I'm just going to stick with this setup right here like this. And just have one layer circling the tree as opposed to trying to do like a layer that's around this, leaving an open layer for grass to have, you know, flowers playing. I could place flowers all through this area just scattered if I really, really want to have them. And there we go. Now I just got to let them grow. And so I could do like a pathway that kind of leads through here. I might do like, you know, like a dirt path type thing because it is 1, 2, 3, 4 between. So I could do like a matted dirt path that kind of just walks through all of this. But I kind of feel like I just want to have it where it's free to walk through like a little flower garden type area. Once the trees grow in, we get some lanterns in there, get glowstone on the top of the trees, all that. It's going to look nice. And let's see, we got, yes, I see a little bit of green up there but most of it has grown in now. Yeah, there's some more. But, oh yes, look at this. Just nice golden wheat all through here. And a nice view in the distance. I can't get rid of all the torches I have laying around right now because it's the spawns, you know? I'm not so worried about the zombies, the skeletons. That's just more irritating. But I get that creeper I don't hear in time spawning in, and boom, goes part of my design. And that's how the wheat farms look from up here. That really does add a nice little element to this area. It fills it in, makes it look a little bit more active. Now I need to bring a few villagers over, which means I actually need a place for villagers. I'm kind of thinking instead of using this for more farms, I might just fill it in with more of the nether brick and build like a staircase that leads up above, and it's kind of like a loft apartment set, or loft apartments. We'll have a couple of floors for some beds there, so it could be some more of the villagers living there. Of course, I will have to account for the, let's see, that's 7 villagers in that section. No, 14 villagers, because 2 per floor for the function to work right. So that's 14 villagers right there I have to have beds for right off the bat. And so the trees are done right there. I might add more trees this way just to fill it in. That's so open looking right now compared to all this. I may very well put some more trees going this way. Not the whole way across. I won't leave a little bit of space on that end, but I might extend it out the same pathway there and just have a bunch more trees planted. But as I've already learned in this video, when I want the trees to grow really big and get just the big giant oak trees, they don't want to grow big for me. This is one of those cases where once I'm done, I'm looking at it, I'm just like, man, that looks really good like that. Alright, so that's it for this episode of Minecraft Modded. A lot of cosmetic work done around the base area, make it look better on the inside, give it a little bit more of an active look to it. There's more going on. It's not just a big open space with a lot of grass and random flowers here and there. It actually has some real visual value to it now. So if you enjoyed what I did, if you liked the video and you like the cosmetics, hit that like button. Of course, leave me a comment if you want. Let me know what you think about it. If you have any suggestions for maybe something in the open area I didn't fill in yet, I'd like to hear it from you. Of course, hit subscribe as always if you haven't done so already. I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I will see you in the next video.